Everyone is curious about what will occur next. Along with many other happenings from the recently released second episode of the amazing digital Circus, will they introduce new characters or bring back some of the ones who became abstracted monsters? Make careful you watch this video through to the finish to avoid missing anything as we discuss this in it. Hello to everyone. It's time to discuss the events that will be featured in the upcoming episode, since we will soon get access to the second one. Numerous teasers for the upcoming episode revealed which characters could join the digital circus and who might, on the other hand, transform into an abstract monster. We also overlooked other crucial information, because the digital circus is a black comedy that is meant to be laughed at, but also provoke thought and even terror. It's not a horror film or anything of that. Few things can even come close to matching the level that the pilot episode has already attained. It's just been 3 months, yet the pilot has already received nearly 240 million views. Let's get started on our great digital video right away. Naturally, the new characters are the most talked about feature of the latest episode. Many are unsure whether or not they will show up. Although there are numerous arguments in its favor, there are also some that lead us to believe that it may not occur. It's widely assumed that the new characters are individuals that entered the digital circus and snapped one of the photos Caine provided. And the likelihood is that. However, why is it that no one views distinct NPCs as fresh characters? For that matter, it would be equally captivating as a fresh protagonist. In this video, we'll discuss them both. The Shining Queen, who was first glimpsed in the middle of the pilot episode, was initially presented as an anti-hero. One could even argue that our characters are enemies. But when you stop to think about it, what kind of adversaries could there possibly be at a digital circus, a place that is seen as vibrant and secure, where you can just have fun all day long and no one can say anything negative to you? Thus, it is impossible to regard such characters as true adversaries. Furthermore, it has long been known that the digital circus, more specifically, Caine himself, was the creator of Luminous Ice and their queen. Now consider what would happen if something extremely severe happened to break every rule of the digital circus. Caine is probably going to write one or more truly awful NPCs that are a genuine menace to our heroes. Glowing as queen has no intention of truly hurting anyone, regardless of what anyone claims. Lastly, since the goal of the adventure is to amuse the circus's residents rather than damage them, the AI won't produce NPCs that have a bad attitude toward our heroes. Even the most ominous location, the glowing cave, has a regular escalator that allows Jack Zubel and Kinger to return to the tense domain. What if the enormous, malevolent NPCs possess such an apparatus? In my opinion, our beloved characters will struggle greatly in this situation and must use a great deal of energy simply to survive in this virtual circus. I have a pretty hard time picturing what would have to happen for Caine to take that action. Despite the fact that one character has already had enough of Caine and will continue to act in the same manner going forward, the scenario in which wicked NPCs come is rather plausible. I believe you saw that I was discussing Pomni and her fervent need to escape the virtual circus. After all, a quick examination will reveal just how many instances this habit has led to Caine turning bad. Nobody can therefore promise that Pomni won't carry on with her search. I'm even positive that she won't give up. In the upcoming episode, we'll see a photo much like this. The real fun will start at that point. Alternatively, every character might end Caine trip, which would also be against the digital circus's rules. As we've previously seen though, our protagonists are forced to participate in each and every adventure. Zubel has already felt the effects of this rejection. Caine said that she had the freedom to choose and could not take part in the new adventure, when she adamantly refused to take part in it. However, these were merely words. Actually, she was coerced into going on this expedition in a really brutal way. I believe it was a warning of sorts, telling you that anyone who disobeys the rules will not be pardoned by the circus system, and that you will be forced to comply. I'd be curious to see what would happen in this kind of situation. Please share your thoughts on what it would take to violate the digital circus's rules and the potential repercussions in the interim. Additionally, it has long been known that each new episode will honor one of the current cast members. Furthermore, since the focus of the premiere episode was harmony, something isn't quite right. We still have 7 episodes left, even if we count the pilot episode as the first one. There are just 5 characters in the digital circus, not counting Pomni. Furthermore, we still have at least 1 episode left for a new character, even if episode 8 marks the conclusion of their adventure. Naturally, one may inquire, but what about Caine? However, I'm confident that with every new episode, more and more about his personality will become clear, so a standalone episode won't be necessary. Additionally, there's a good chance that the upcoming episode will introduce us to a new character before introducing us to the others. This way, everyone will be able to see the big picture without being distracted by the arrival of new characters or rooms. I would not want to miss this highly intriguing topic. Numerous enigmatic, obscure, and common doors from previously undiscovered rooms have already been shown to use. We now need to learn more about the fates of these rooms' occupants, and Gooseworx mentioned that we will be able to see inside these chambers in the future. It's still unknown whether or not we will be able to see every character's room, or just the rooms of those that are currently characters. I'm more confident that we'll be able to view every room and that in the upcoming episode we'll be able to explore one of those rooms. Additionally, the most recent teaser indicates that Pomni Room will be visible in the upcoming episode. That is all there is to know. But in addition to this room, we should be shown the room of one of the characters who turned into an abstracted monster. I'll now go into detail on why. Perhaps Kaufmo Room is identical to every one of these rooms with the character crossed out. Exit inscriptions are seen on the walls. Everything will be cluttered. A few peculiar sketches, but not any less peculiar. I would even argue that the images are scary. Might the primary cause of the abstraction be the incessant contemplation of the departure? Or are there additional elements that play a part in this strange process? Only by investigating the spaces of other abstracted figures can we find a solution to this query. Further details regarding Caine. The character Caine is fascinating. Many people find Caine attractive because of his mystery, and it appears clear that he is the primary antagonist in the virtual circus based on his odd behavior, which betrays no trust, and his harsh treatment of certain characters, such as Kaufmo, who even drew a terrifying picture on the wall of his room, amply supports this theory. But aside from the tent, we have an amusement park and a hidden lake with a gorgeous yacht. Furthermore, it's possible that all or a portion of the upcoming episode will take place in one of these settings. To be completely honest, I'd like to learn more about the theme park and find out if Paolenti's vestibular apparatus can handle the strain of the virtual circus. Not in my opinion. We've only seen a small portion of the basement and the emptiness, so naturally we need additional details. However, they left a lot of secrets in their wake. I truly hope this video was enjoyable to you. As always, I'll see you in the new films and wish you luck and success.